Do you have empty essential oil bottles coming out of your ears? If you've been using essential oils for any amount of time, you're going to end up with a collection of essential oil bottles. Now, some places will recycle them, but it's kind of hard to find a place that will do these bottles. So I tend to come up with different ways to use them. I will use them to sample somebody or to make a special blend, and I'm starting to use them in crafts. So one of my favorite is to make lights out of them. These are beautiful, and you can use them to decorate a wreath or to drape around your room. These are little battery operated lights, and they work great for wreaths. And you can do a wreath for any season. So let's learn how to make these lights. To start, you want to gather your extra bottles of oil. It doesn't matter what kind they are. If you have a lot and you want to group them into categories like anti-inflammatory oils or calming oils or soothing oils, you can do that. Or you can just mix them up and make a lovely concoction. So there's always a little drop left in here. You can't get it all out. So, and you don't really want your lights going into where there's oil. So we are going to take the lids off. Then we're going to take the orifice reducer off the top. There's a little orifice reducer tool that comes with roller balls. You can buy them separately too. You can also use a butter knife to get underneath this little orifice reducer and pop it off. Or you can use the cap and put it at a 45-degree angle and it pops it right out. Now, I am going to take some plain Epsom salt. You don't want already scented stuff. Those are usually synthetic scents, and we want the real stuff. So we're just going to fill the bottle with some Epsom salt, like that. And then we can add it to the bottle. We'll throw in the orifice reducer and the lid, and do that with all your bottles and let them set for 24 to 48 hours. So after 24 to 48 hours of sitting in with the Epsom salts in your bottles, you just shake and empty them. You'll have scented Epsom salt. You'll put this Epsom salt in a bottle or a jar with a lid on it and save that for bath time. You put half a cup to a cup in your bath, and the Epsom salt is great for detox. The essential oils are going to help with your emotions, your moods, and various other systems in your body. The bottle, all the bottles, the orifice reducers, and the caps, we're going to throw into some soapy water, get them clean, get all the salt or all the Epsom salt off, and let them dry well before we move on to the next step. Then you can take either just a plain old X-Acto knife. I have a heated one, which makes life much easier. And because it is heated, and for safety purposes, since I've already been to the ER once with cut finger, I'm very careful with my hands. So I'm going to hold the orifice reducers in with a clamp to cut them. And the goal is to get a slice all the way through. So you can see that it goes all the way through to the end, because you're going to thread the little light through that. And we're going to take this and just slice it down through. And it may be easier to do it upside down. Much easier. I'm just going to start at the middle of the little orifice reducer and go all the way down. You can just line them up and whip through these. Then we're also going to want to make a hole to make it look like the cap is on. You're going to want to cut part of the lid off too. So you've got a hole that the little light bulb will fit through. Do that with enough to make some lights or to put on your string of lights. Now to put them together, the first thing you want to do is put your little light. That hole is not big enough. We need a bigger hole. So put your light through the cap, and then find the slit. Make sure you're putting it on the right direction. We're going on, and it is slipped through, and you can add your bottle. And screw it on. And it's beautiful. So you can get creative and alternate colors and try and get them so that they're all pointing out so you can see the different oils. Now there are some bottles like the deep blue that have the child safety cap on them. These are going to be a lot harder to get through to take off the lid. So I would probably try the other ones instead. But then you just move on to the next one. That's fine. Bring that through. Slide it down so we have access to the wires. And then you just work your way down the list. Now you do have to make sure when you buy them that you get lights that will actually go into the bottle. The first couple sets of lights I bought would not fit into the bottle, and that doesn't work very well. So watch that. You can also do battery operated lights. So these are battery light operated lights from the dollar store. And they light up nicely, and they do fit in here. Remember to put your lid on first, otherwise you got to do it all over again. And with the battery operated ones, these are going to be great for putting on a wreath. To attach these lights, I started with the end. So the little plug-in, found a place to hide that's easily accessible, and then started going and placing the lights. And then to do that, I took little twist ties and just twist tied them to the frame of the wreath all around, and you can adjust them as you like. Because they are movable. And there you have a beautiful and unique wreath that reuses the essential oil bottles, so it makes it a conversation starter too. If you found value in this, click like, hit subscribe. We're making more videos all the time on different ways to use essential oils and the bottles in your health and wellness journey, because they don't do you any good just sitting on the shelf. Thanks for joining me.